man, you guys did all day, you can be better than that. How you guys doing this evening? There you go. Man, there's a lot of awesome costumes out here. There's a lot of awesome people. Give yourselves a round of applause for just being here this evening, period. So again, this is the Phoenix Fan Fusion comedy show. We used to be at the Phoenix Comic Cons. Anybody see us before? Any previous comedies? Yes. I'm glad I have some repeat people. If you've seen me before, guess what? Got the same fucking jokes. So I apologize for that shit. Let's see here. Again, my name is Ben Lewis. I'm glad to be here, guys. I know you guys are wondering, like, why are there so many comedy shows here? And it's because I'm broke, and this is the only way I get to Comic-Con, unless you guys want to support a black person. Ma'am, do you want to support a black person? Yeah? All right, next time I have to run this shit, she's got me next to me. So, woo! That's what I'm doing here. I'm looking around in the crowd here, and I just want to let you guys know there's African American people sprinkled in and out of the seats this evening. I'm not saying it to scare you guys. I'm just saying for some reason you guys are like, fuck black people. I know he's got my back. That's it. That's it. Look around though. I'm gonna need to scream for help because I only see like one guy right there. One guy right there. Now, if it's realistic though, he's got a Dragon Ball, he's dressed up as Goku. So, I mean, I might have a chance. Because listen, I have a 9-year-old daughter, and you know, I raised her right, so she watched the anime with me, right? and she has a bad temper. And I remember one time, I was like, you know what, little bitch, get your room, because you gotta talk to him like that sometimes, you know, right? And so my daughter, swear to God, my daughter, she stepped back and she was like, oh, man. Now listen, I know you can't throw a fireball, but if there's anybody on this earth who can decide to throw a fireball, make one appear and throw it, it's my fucking daughter, right? So she was like, ah, man, and I did the right thing, kicked that bitch in the chest, Get the fuck to bed, you know, man, just in case, because again, I know she can't create one, but I want to be in hospital, like, what the fuck happened to you? Like, I don't even know. My daughter's magical, and she's gone now, that's all I know. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. So, I've lived in Arizona for about 11 years now, and for the first time in my entire life, I found a scorpion in my house. Anybody ever find a scorpion in the house? Oh, my dear Jesus, it's terrifying. I am safe, as you guys can clearly see, but if you don't mind, let's take a moment of silence to pray for the people who died in that house fire. Can we do that real quick? Because I don't know what the fuck else to do when you find a scorpion in the house. My wife screams from upstairs, she's like, oh my God, Ben, there's a scorpion in the house. I text her from the car 2 minutes later. Hey, this is what you do. Move slowly, this is the scorpion's house now. She was like, we need to call an exterminator. I was like, fucking exterminator, burn this bitch down. Light it up, fuck it. And then she was like, what about the kids? And I was like, fuck them kids. Help me grab this TV. Priorities, bitch, priorities, come on. We can make more kids. Can't make no TV. Grab this bitch, let's go. Oh, what the hell happened there?
Satan.
That was my daughter. You saw that shit? You saw that shit? That bitch not even here. She's like, oh, he's fucking getting it tonight. So let me ask you this. Have you ever had like a gay moment? Like, I'm not talking like a, hey, I love Barbra Streisand now. I'm talking like a, that was the gayest shit that I've ever done in my entire life. You ever had that before? Okay, like one person, y'all fucking lying to yourselves. Listen, not a single one of you motherfuckers here right now, if I start turning on some Backstreet Boy, y'all all would sing to that bitch. Therefore, who is leaning on the damn lights? Sweet Jesus. People over in the back there, you guys are leaning on the lights, you keep fucking with me. You gotta find a seat, there's some seats over here. I promise you, the Fan Fusion police are coming here and arrest you guys. You guys gotta find a seat somewhere here or in the back. The people who are standing in the back, it's awesome you're here. I hope that you guys can stay there. Look, he's waiting, he's found seats for you guys. Always look for a white man, he's gonna find seats for you. That's what I've learned in life. It's like, excuse me, sir, are these seats taken? Yes, the fuck they are. You are my bad, I apologize. That happened at church today. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. So, what was I gonna say? Fuck. Oh, so like I say, a game moment, right? So I play basketball in the league in Santan Valley, right? I know you guys are shocker, a black guy plays basketball, whatever. It's racist, fuck y'all. Anyway, so my team, we won the championship, right? And so afterwards, like, hey, let's go and celebrate. Let's go to Buffalo Wild Wings. They're like, you know what, bet, I don't drink, so I'll drive. So me and 3 other guys get in the car, and as soon as I start up my Chevy Nova, vroom, 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 I swear to God, Taylor Swift comes blasting through the speakers, right? I knew you were trouble when you walked in, sir. Don't ask me why I know that song, just fucking do, okay? And so my friend was like, yo, Ben, is that Taylor Swift through the speakers? And I was like, yeah, man, just change the station. And he's like, yo, I would, but it looks like it's coming from your iPod. I was like, no big deal, you know, I got 2 little daughters, so it's not a big deal, it's probably their playlist, go ahead and just change the playlist. And he's like, yo, why is this playlist called Ooh, That's Ben Shit? I was like, you know what, nigga? Mind your business, you know what? Because maybe before I play basketball, I like to listen to Taylor Swift because it keeps me calm, because I don't want to listen to no NWA, because that shit gets me all amped up, I got high blood pressure, I don't need that shit. Right? Or my other decision was to throw the fucking iPod out the window. I chose option B, throw the iPod out the window. Now here's where the gay shit happens, right? When I go to throw the iPod out the window, window's still rolled up. So I grab the iPod, go to throw it, bam, hits the window, pat, smacks me in the head, bam. Next words out of my mouth were, oopsie daisy. Oopsie daisy. Listen, ma'am, I don't know if you've ever been black before, but you can't say oopsie daisy with 3 other black people in the car. Am I right now? See? You can't say oopsie daisy with 3 other niggas in the car. Now, on my basketball team, I can't make a mistake, I can't miss a layup or a free throw, because when I do, they're like, oopsie daisy. Oopsie daisy. Right? And what's really crazy is, so we got this big grand entrance for the next season because we won, right? And so they're playing the basketball music, and we're here at Comic-Con, so I know none of you guys know what that song is, but it's okay. But they're like, doo 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 doo, and they're announcing us, and they're like, it's my turn, like, and now, at shooting guard, standing 6 foot tall, Ben Oopsie Daisy Lewis! And wouldn't you fucking know my trip getting up there? That's some bullshit. So let me ask this question. Who has seen Avengers Endgame? Okay, here's a better question. Who hasn't seen Avengers Endgame? I don't know. Why the fuck you're at a con and you never seen Avengers Endgame? Oh my God, it was life-changing. It was so great. I'm not going to spoil it for you, even though I should, because it's been about a month now. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. But let me ask you this. On a scale of 0 to your dick got hard, ma'am, how hard did your dick get when he said, Avengers Assemble? And I'm not saying that you have a dick, I'm saying that he said, Avengers Assemble. And at that point in time, you grew a dick and that bitch got hard. You know what I'm saying? That shit was amazing. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Man, so great. You guys ready to keep the show going? All right, so I gotta say ahead of time, there's a Fan Fusion app. They want me to mention that, you know, if you like this panel, make sure you give it whatever stars you like. If you don't like this panel, give whatever stars you like. I'm not panhandling here. I'm just saying they told me to say this to you guys. But I'm gonna keep the show going, guys. The next comedian comes to the stage, a very funny guy. He's been here a couple years now. Give it up for Nathaniel Butler, everybody. Nathaniel Butler.
What if I was really deaf? Y'all been like, what the hell is going on? How did he even make it? I'm Nathaniel Butler, as you said earlier. I have done this show a couple of times now, and I just love doing this show. It's like one of the best experiences I ever had, like doing comedy ever. Because just not because I love like comedy, but because like the crowd. This crowd for me is like one of the best crowds I've ever like been a part of. Because I feel like it's part of the community I've grown up in. Because I was the type of person that really didn't like have like basketball days, stuff like that. I was inside watching Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, you know, getting hard with Misty, stuff like that. That was a repressed memory. But yeah, it's so cool to like be able to perform for you guys. And I usually dress up. I didn't do it this year because my girlfriend took 2 hours to do her makeup. Literally because she's She-Hulk today. And so I usually do like something like, I do Cyborg because I'm also a part of this group called Justice League Arizona. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it, but they're upstairs. Yeah, give them a hand, yes! I'm a part of that group, and I usually have like a cyborg costume I do and stuff like that, and I do a lot of cyborg dick jokes, stuff like that, but I'm not gonna hit today because I'm not dressed up as that, so let's skip over that. I really do, like I said, like love doing this stuff, and when I do cosplay, it's really fun because like I feel like when you do cosplay, you can kind of tell like when other people are in cosplay, you know what I mean? Because like you kind of get an inkling. And since I'm not in cosplay, I kind of like made like I had my own oopsie daisy moment. I was like walking, and this guy was like walking, and I was like, "Oh man, that's amazing Daredevil." And he was like, "I'm actually blind." And I was like, "Oh." I was like, "Sorry." He's like, "You sound black." I'm not, sir. But yeah, I really, like I said, I really do love doing this. I do work with the Justice League Arizona, and they do a lot of events around the community. One of the events they do as the Phoenix Children's Hospital. They do a lot of community work there. We go to see the children, which is really fun. My experience wasn't that fun. I was doing like this little thing with this kid, because if you ever have been to Phoenix Children's Hospital, pray to God you never have to go, but if you do have to go, there's like this area called the Kid Zone, and it has just so much. Sometimes they have Wii U, they have like an Xbox, PlayStation. Like I actually wanted to rob them because I was like, I don't have that in my life. Like how? And so like they have like a lot of cool stuff. They have like a foosball table and air hockey. And air hockey was set up and everything. And this kid comes out and he's like strapped to all these machines and stuff. And he's just looking around. And this one woman's dressed as Wonder Woman, and so she's doing her own thing, of course, because Wonder Woman was a thought to me. But anyway. He's like, "Hey, will you play with me?" And I was like, rephrase that question. He was like, "Will you play air hockey with me?" "Yes, I'll play air hockey with you, yes." You don't get me caught up, hell no. Not today. So we started playing air hockey, and you know, he's a really thin guy. Like I said, he's got all these machines strapped to him, and so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take my time, you know, because you don't want to just like destroy the kid who's like sick, you know, like what kind of asshole does that? And so I'm taking my time, and he starts just murdering me, like, and I was like, okay, little motherfucker got some energy in him, okay. And so I start playing, and like legit, I'm like playing, and he's like beating me still. And then like he beats me, it was like 7-1. And I'm like, man, like, you really won? He's like, yeah. And he walks up to me, he's like, you know, I may not leave here, but at least I don't suck. And I was like, oh. My God! I was like, that was the most savage shit I ever heard in my life. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I didn't know what to say. I was like, thank you, sir. I was like 7 years old. It was so weird. But other than that, it was just a great experience. It's really rewarding, like just to like give kids hope and just like really like lift your spirits after all the chemo they go through, things like that. So it was really fun to like do that, not losing, but you know, just to be around them. Another thing I like to do is I like to go out because I feel like, you know, this community, like cosplay community, I feel like when we're all together, it's like we compliment each other, you know, hey, your outfit looks good, hey, that Rick and Morty looks amazing, man, I bet you get tons of pussy. Like, stuff like that, you know? Stuff like that you say here at con, and to me, I'm like, why don't we as people carry that out into the world? You know, why don't we see somebody say, hey man, that's a nice outfit, or hey man, like, no, those are nice shoes. Like, we don't really say it anymore. It's like we're always so closed off toward each other, but here at con, it's like there's no filter. And so I try to bring what I have here out in the world because I feel like we should, as people, be this close all the time. I feel like we'd be less violence, be less hatred, you know, less everything. That's how I feel. And so like when I go out in the world, like I try to do that stuff. And I was actually one time at a park, and this is when Pokemon Go was like going off. I'm like, everybody was going, people were cheating on their wives to go play Pokemon Go. It really happened. There was actually a story about it. What do you think? That was one time. He said, oopsie daisy. That's called bringing a joke back. Okay. So I'm at the park, right? And I'm playing Pokemon Go. My girl was like, where you at? I said, I'm at the gym. And you get the joke, you get it, okay. If you play, you get it, you play. All right. So I told her at the gym, she said, okay, good buff for me, Daddy. I was like, I'm trying to. Coach calls me that sometimes. And I see like kids playing around, and you know how when you're younger, you see kids like picking each other up and stuff like that, and carrying each other to the slide and stuff like that. I'm like, how come like we don't do that as adults? But as kids, we used to love that, you know, getting picked up, you know, getting tossed around and stuff. And then like now you're an adult, you're like, help, you're hurting me. My girlfriend did it to me one time, and I didn't mind it, but I'm like, hey, get your thumb out my ass. I mean, she's so crazy. So like, I'm playing Pokemon Go, and this kid comes up to me, this white kid. He's like, I don't know how old he was at the time, and he just walks up to me, and he's like, you playing Pokemon Go? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, okay, cool. And it sits right down next to me, and I'm like, okay, where's Chris Hansen at? I don't trust this at all. This doesn't happen in my life. And so he sits down next to me, and he's like, hey, you want to go to a gym together? I was like, where's Chris Hansen at? Where's he at? No. And so I'm like, I guess, I'm like, why act like I'm acting like he's the adult in the situation. Like, I guess. Like, he's like, hey, I'm carrying my truck, you want to come? I guess. You got some Yoo-hoos? I don't know. Such an old candy. So I go play Pokemon Go with him, go to this gym, and the gym is like across the street from the park. It's that park on Olive and 83rd. You've been to it before? But it's like, if you've ever been there, she knows, yeah, she lives there. If you've ever been there, it's always little Pokestops and stuff like that. And so we're going there to the gym across the street from the park, and we only have like a minute and 10 seconds, all right? And he's like, hey, I think we should run to the gym. And I was like, seems a bit much for a Pokemon, but all right. So we start running, we don't make it. And we're walking back, and he was like, I'm sorry we didn't make it over there, man. I really wanted to try it. And I was like, why is this kid like doing this? Like, what's his problem? And I was like, where's your parents at? And he was like, well, my dad's home. He got hurt, and our internet got cut, so I'm here. And I was like, okay, you're gonna back that up for a second, because I'm like, if he's hurt, is he still hurt now? Like, you can't just start, my dad's hurt, and I just left him. I'm like, what time period does this take place? Like, is he still, we need to call somebody? And I'm like, is he okay? He said, yeah, he's okay, he's just resting. I was like, okay. He was like, yeah, but we can't afford internet, so I'm out here playing. I was like, all right, cool. And I was like, well, what's your name? He's like, my name's Sterling. And I was like, oh, sounds about white. Okay. I said, all right, Sterling. And I was like, my name's Nathaniel. And he was like, sounds about white. And he was like, all right. He's like, how old are you? And I was like, I'm 28. He's like, oh, wow, time warp. Fuck you. Like, how old are you? He was like, I'm 12. I was like, oh, cool. He was like, yeah. He's like, I have a lot of friends. He's like, but sometimes I get really sad. And he put his head down like this. I was like, is this an Arthur PBS moment? Am I supposed to be Buster or Binky in this situation? Like, what am I gonna do here? I don't know. And so I was like, I'm sorry, man. He's like, yeah. He was like, but sometimes I like think about the good things I have in my life, and I cheer up. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. All right. I was like, it's good to have those positive things in your life. I was like, well, how are you doing in school? He was like, I do really well. I get A's and B's. I was like, that's cool. He's like, but sometimes the kids make fun of me because I'm really smart. He's like, and they push me around, they push me down. I'm like, oh, okay, man. And I was like, man, that's pretty shitty. And I started thinking about like those moments where I wish like I had a dad in my life. I grew up without a father. Shocker. Someone said, "Aw, you owe me a hug for that." When you give someone all that deep, that's a hug right there. So I'm like, I was looking at myself like, man, like, what if I was like in that situation? Like I said to my dad, like, what would I want him to say in that moment? And so I thought about it, and I was like, you know what, Sterling, I know it's really hard right now. You know, a lot of things may not be going your way. You know, your dad's hurt. You know, you get pushed around, get bullied a lot. I was like, keep going, man. I was like, you keep those grades up, get A's and B's. And I was like, bro, let me tell you one thing. Guys who get A's and B's in grade school, when they go to high school and college, they get the best pussy. And he was like, whoa, and I was like, I know, time warp. All right, I found brother, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
One more time for Nathaniel Butler, everybody. One more time. guys, we're gonna keep the show going. Next to me, come to the stage, another funny guys. Give it up for Diego Garcia, everybody. Diego Garcia.
One more time for Ben Lewis, everybody. Yeah, we've been doing this show for 5 years now. It's year 5 of doing this. So Ben's the one who puts it all together. So we're all really grateful, man, from everyone here, man, all the audience, all the comics up here. Really appreciate it, man. Give Ben Lewis a round of applause, everybody.
Yeah, Ben!
Good dude, man. Good dude. Like I say, we've been doing this for 5 years, and at the end of every show, all the comics get together, we take a picture with each other. So we're gonna probably do that again this year. We all take a picture with each other, and it's great. I always like to put it on Facebook, and it's awesome every year getting the reminder of like, here's what this show was like 4 years ago, here's the show was like 3 years ago. I love seeing how much my weight has fluctuated over the last 5 years. Like one day we're like, oh look, it's in shape, Diego. The next one's like, oh look, there's post-breakup Diego. It's awesome, great time. But no, I'm really happy to be here, man. Really love doing the show. Really love coming out here. Really love coming to Phoenix Fan Fest, Comic Fusion Con. Fuck, we're deciding on the name here. Yeah, it's one of my favorite things. I don't like getting here though. So let me explain. I'm originally from California. Anyone here from California? Yeah! All right. 2 people. Awesome. You guys are gonna love this joke. Everyone else, just bear with me. Now, I'm originally from California, man. I've lived in Arizona now for about 10 years, and there's a couple of things, you know, that I want to say to the people of Arizona. Y'all can't fucking drive. At all. Don't shake your finger at me, sir. Oh, you're agreeing. Never mind, you're good. No, y'all can't drive, man. And that's saying something coming from someone from California, where in California, stop signs are just suggestions. You guys just have moves that people in other states have just never seen before. Like, I was on the way here once, and this guy went from the carpool lane to the exit lane in one motion. Let me explain to you the issue with that joke. A couple of you laughed, and most of you looked at me and went, yeah, and? That's how I fucking get to work in the morning, asshole. I don't know what it is. Is it GPS? Is like the GPS is out here like all fucked up, like all the sand and dust messes with it, all the mountains? I don't know. Is it like, just like, not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet. Go, 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 go. That carpool lane is no joke. You gotta commit to that thing. You get in the carpool lane, that is a commitment you are making. I've been in the carpool lane, and I've driven by where I work, because I cannot get out of the carpool lane in time. Just like, oh, there it is. There's work. Guess we're not showing up today. Nah, it's good, I'll just make a U-turn in Los Angeles. It's people in California, man, we're not used to it. We don't play with the carpool lane in California. California in general, traffic laws are very strict. I don't know, how long have you guys been out in Arizona? You still in California, or?
No, like 15 years ago.
Oh, you fucking fled. They're like, not one more earthquake. I'm getting the hell out of here. Fucking Terminator's gonna talk about running. We're getting the hell out. No, so if you haven't been in California for a while, or if any of you guys aren't from California, right now in California, a speeding ticket can cost about $400. Yeah, you know what the penalty is for driving in the carpool lane by yourself? They kill you right then and there. Just judge, jury, and executioner. Unless you're white. And they're like, yeah, I'm sorry about that, sir. Venice Beach is that way. It's a joke. It's just a joke. I don't want to get upset. It's obviously a joke. There are no white people in California. I'm kidding. Obviously, that's a joke as well. They're cops. Yeah, man, California men don't fuck around, but just Arizona, you guys are horrible. It's terrible. You guys cannot fucking drive. You have any sort of weather at all. Like, Arizona is the only state in the country where 3 inches of rain, the governor has to get on TV and declare a state of emergency. They always send some poor asshole out from the Weather Channel like, we're not gonna believe that water's falling from the sky. We gotta see it on Channel 3 first. Poor guy's just like, yeah, Jim, it's getting a little wet out there. Just some guy in the background in the 17 just like doing circles, just like, We actually had weather in California. We had natural disasters in California. We had these things called earthquakes. Try driving one of those. You're on the freeway, all of a sudden, no more freeway. They tried to prepare us for the earthquakes in grade school. Did you guys go to grade school in California? Yep, the earthquake drill. She remembers. All right, so for those of you guys who don't know what an earthquake drill is, in California in grade school, every now and again the teacher would get up in front of the classroom and say, all right, class, we're having an earthquake drill. Everybody quick, get underneath the table. Because according to the California public school system, if an earthquake happens and the roof collapses, about that much of a board is gonna save you. I don't make the rules, I just follow them. Now, I didn't go to grade school out in Arizona, so I don't know, did you guys, because you guys do have weather phenomenons out here. Yeah? Oh, you did? No, give yourself a little credit. Y'all got dust storms. Yeah, getting a little dusty outside. Now, I didn't go to grade school out here. Did you guys have, like, dust storm drills here? No? Teacher wouldn't come up in front of the class like, all right, everyone having a dust storm drill. Everybody quick, close your eyes. But no, it's great being back here. It's great being back in downtown Phoenix. I actually used to live out here. I used to work here. I worked at North High School, and then I worked at ASU, the ASU campus out here. So I really actually do. It was kind of like a homecoming for me coming back to downtown Phoenix. A lot of great memories here. A lot of horrible memories here. I got peed on by a homeless person in downtown Phoenix. That was awesome. And I don't want to take this moment to like demonize the homeless people. I don't want to do that. Like, it wasn't intentional. He accidentally peed on me. Which I think makes the story so much fucking better. What happened was I was on the light rail and I was going to work. I was on the light rail and there's a homeless person passed down about 8 feet down and he's passed out. He's just totally gone. And so I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, good, he's not like awake, just like, shit, fuck up, you know. So I'm like, all right, good, he's quiet, I can get some work done, you know, I can just sit here and relax and everything. So I'm sitting there, and I'm going through some of the stuff I was gonna do that day, and all of a sudden, my right pant leg gets a little bit warm. And I knew immediately. And I don't know if anyone's ever been peed on by a homeless person before. That is a moment you will never forget in your life. I've never made a noise that high pitched in my entire life, just like, I didn't go to work that day. I got off in the next exit and I walked into a Walmart and I got to buy new pants. Fucking burn those things. You can't get that smell out, man. So yeah, I love downtown Phoenix, man. I love coming out here. I love seeing everyone, all the cosplayers, everyone dressed up. I think that's always a really cool thing. I actually really appreciate what the Russo brothers and Marvel Studios and Chris Hemsworth have done recently in giving fat, lazy people everywhere a very simple cosplay. So here today, as you can tell, I am dressed up as Fat Thor. Now some of you say your Fat Thor costume looks very similar to your regular Fat Diego costume. And to you I say, fuck you, I forgot I was doing this show until about 2 hours ago, so. I love coming out here, man. Love seeing all the cosplay and everything. My favorite cosplay is when the girls just go as sexy. No other character attached to it. That's just what they are. It's just what the cosplay is. Just like Batman thong, just like, all right. And a cape for some modesty. But yeah. Where do people like video games? Do you have any video game fans in here? Yeah. Nice. All right, a bunch of people in the room, yeah. I wasn't a huge gamer growing up. My dad didn't quite like understand video games. I don't know if anyone here is Mexican or of Hispanic descent. Any of us here? Yeah. Okay, a couple of people. La Raza, awesome. People from California. That's what's up. But yeah, Mexican dads can always like tell when you're having fun. It's this amazing sixth sense that they got. Like me and my brother would like we'd like wake up super early, like sneak over to the family room and like plug in the TV and plug in the video game and start playing it. Like 20 minutes later, my dad just is like asleep, and then like his Mexican sixth sense goes off. It's like, kids are having fun, not mowing the lawn. We were terrified of my dad. My dad could fucking throw the door open and just like no one else, man. We were so afraid of my dad. And it didn't matter if he was at work and stuff. Like when he was at work, we would try, to get in as much video game time as we could. We used to do the thing, he drove this old Buick, which apparently is another Hispanic thing. Her Mexican dad had an old shit Buick. And he would drive this old Buick and it would make these loud like explosion sounds. So we would know when my dad was coming home from work, he gave us plenty of time to turn the TV off and like grab a book and like pretend we were reading. But one day my dad got the car fixed and didn't tell anybody. So we don't hear like the loud pops coming out and everything. So we're sitting there and we're just like, playing video games and everything. All of a sudden we hear the keys start jangling. So we quickly unplug the TV. Like we couldn't turn it off in time. So we just ripped everything out of the fucking wall. My mom was on the phone. My grandma just went silent. Everything went out. And we all grabbed the books and stuff, but my brother was a little too slow. He grabbed the wrong book. My mom was going back to school at the time. My mom was very smart, studying accounting, so he grabbed my mom's accounting book upside down. And yeah, we never saw him again. He just, All right, last show we got for you guys. You guys any Starbucks fans in here? Yeah. Starbucks? All right, a couple people. Room mostly filled with white people, not much of a surprise. I'm not a huge fan of Starbucks myself, mainly because I believe you shouldn't have to speak 3 languages to order a coffee. But hey, that's just me. And it's not so much as the 3 languages, but they don't even get the fucking languages right. Like, I was going to Starbucks, I'm like, hey, can I get a medium? The guy's like, you mean a grande? I'm like, no, because in Spanish, grande means fucking large! But they won't serve you. They won't serve you unless you talk like that. They will not serve you unless you use that fucked up lingo there. So every time they do, I give them a weird name to say. Like, all right, sir, what's your name? And thank you guys so much for coming out. My name is Diego Garcia. Follow me on Facebook and outside of Home Depot. Thanks, everyone.
One more time for Diego Garcia, everybody. One more time. All right, guys, we're gonna keep the show going. This is the first time here. Give her a warm welcome. Aspen Brienne, everybody. Aspen Brienne.
Phoenix Fan Fusion, what up? Let's bring the noise! That was kind of pathetic. Do you guys want to try that again? Thank you. My name is Aspen Brienne, and I wanted to start up here by just giving you a few fun facts about myself so you can get to know me a little better. Yes, for those who are wondering, Aspen is my real name. It is also my stripper name, so it's a little 2 for there. Thanks, Mom. What else? Hey. I'm a proud Slytherin. Yeah! My favorite color, as you can see, is leopard print. I got my bachelor's degree in film and media studies because making poor choices is my kink. Do not kink shame me. I also have incredibly strong opinions on people who don't know the difference between a macaroon and a macaron. And I think that has something to do with Gordon Ramsay and I having the same birthday, sharing the same scorpion energy, being on the same life quest to find the lamb sauce. Thank you guys. Thank you guys again. You guys are wonderful. I am just thrilled and elated to be here, honestly, but right now, in my mind, I'm like, wow, if only my ex-fiance who dumped me over Skype could see me now. Because he dumped me so that he could marry his other ex's sister in a cheap and not even really well done Pokemon themed wedding. I'm not gonna dedicate too much of my time up here to him though, because he is the one who chose a Rattata-faced bitch over a sumptuous, little thicky, wiggly tough like myself. And the only thing he's gonna be catching all of now are all these other dudes' kids. Shut it down. No, honestly though, I never imagined I would be here. I never imagined I would get to this point. Never imagined I'd be invited to be a part of a panel like this, because the only panel that I'd ever participated in was actually just recently at my doctor's office. I did a full blood panel. And it turns out I have a severe vitamin D deficiency, which, you know, it kind of makes sense to me. The results make sense because I haven't gone outside and seen the sun in the sky or anyone's sun between my thighs in quite some time. I mean, I guess the point is that I managed to do this living in Arizona, so anything is possible, guys. Follow your dreams. And follow me on Instagram, Aspen Brienne. Oh, but hey, don't heckle me. I'm the one that heckles. Okay. Oh yeah. Show of hands, if anyone, you put your hands up. If you have ever been so single that you made out with the back of your hand as a 27-year-old woman imagining Chris Evans and his big muscly arms that could just hold you and give you everything you ever needed. I actually have never done that and will never do that. That would be so stupid. Because I have one celebrity crush and one celebrity crush only. The best Chris, hands down, Crispin Glover. Oh. George McFly from Back to the Future. Willard, Mr. World from American God, you know, ow. No, but I mean, being single, or I guess I should say, trying to date in 2019 just sucks. It's really the worst. Dating in 2019 is like voluntarily hurling yourself into an entire big sloppy mess of fuckery, but like, you want to kind of maybe try to not die alone. So you brace yourself and go like you're Jim Hopper into the Upside Down. But here's the catch. You're not Jim Hopper, you're fucking Bob. Yeah. You're Bob. And even though you are good, your heart is pure, and you are so kind to Winona Ryder, you will only ever be a secondary character in your own life, and you will be asked to make all sorts of sacrifices, and we'll just stop it right there, because I was kind of overwhelming myself. No, I mean, being single isn't all bad, though. One of my favorite activities as a single person is to stay home and remain unshaven, eating ice cream sandwiches and watching Twin Peaks. We got any Peaks freaks up in here? Oh, yeah. David Lynch's daddy, seriously. No, but I love Twin Peaks so much that I named one of my dogs Jowday, who is basically a super evil, like the mother of all evil, pretty much. So I guess I was kind of asking for it when I named her that, but I was also like, oh, that sounds so badass. The thing about it though, like, she's a bitch. I mean, because she's a female dog. But I have worked and dedicated so much time to training her. I mean, because when you have a dog and you want to have them act the way you want them to act and mold them into the companion you need them to be, you have to teach them everything. Like, you have to teach them how to go potty outside, which I've only done a handful of times in my life. But then you have to show them how to do other things like walk on a leash and sleep in a cage and beg for treats, and I am a little more familiar with that kind of stuff just because I had a really weird childhood growing up in Florida. We won't go too much further into that, though. So who's getting some drinks after this? Who's going out tonight? Where are my alcoholics at? Hey, seriously, you guys need to get help. Now, but I would not consider myself to be a drinker. I'm not really a drinker. Okay, I'll admit it. I just got really tired of blacking out and waking up next to dudes who look like fat adult Haley Joel Osment. You know, the kid from The Sixth Sense? He was so cute. Was. Now he looks like a soggy plate of lumpy white biscuits and gravy. Oh, but you guys know what? Fuck that. No, he's still getting work. And I'm pretty sure there are plenty of people who are willing to suck up that gravy for him, so he's got a good life, all right? Plus, while I, in my mind, think that I am Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, I have outwardly been likened to being more of like a mistress of Dunkin' Donuts. So the bottom line here is really, it's okay to bully people as long as you are also being bullied yourself. I mean, hashtag be best. Hashtag American runs on Dunkin'. Real quick before I wrap up though, on kind of that same vein. I saw a couple dudes running around here dressed up as Black Panther, which made me super duper happy. It brought me back to when that movie came out last year, and I saw it in the theater. There was a movie circulating, or there was a story circulating around the media about a teenage girl who clenched her teeth so hard when Michael B. Jordan appeared on screen that she broke her retainer in half. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. Because I was actually clenching something else so hard that my IUD snapped clean in half. I want to take one last opportunity to kind of give myself a shameless little plug, and not the usual kind of shameless little plug where I stick an ecstasy tablet up my bum and have a real good time, but the kind where I tell you that you can find me and the rest of these lovely people all on social media, and we're so happy to have had you out here. We really appreciate you supporting us. But for now, I'm gonna pop off and go find Elijah Wood to tell him that he could have gotten it when I was 9, but he could still get it now, okay? Thank you all.
One more time for Aspen Band, everybody, one more time. All right, guys, we're gonna keep the show going. Next thing you come to the stage here, very funny guy. Give it up for Mike B. Dapper, everybody. Mike B. Dapper.
It's that bullshit, y'all. It's that bullshit. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? See, here's why this is bullshit, because I had planned on how I was gonna hit the stage. I was gonna have my belt on. I was gonna do the rock. I was gonna do a little pose and look at y'all and everything. But see, I had to sit down. I didn't know I was gonna have to sit down. So now I have to put my belt on. And though it looks cool, you know, it says World Champion of Comedy, Mike B. Dapper. It ain't cool when you gotta put it on, because you gotta put it on like a woman's bra. It loses the effect though. It doesn't look cool at all. It looks like I just put a bra on. What's up, y'all? How y'all good, man? It's nice. I'm seeing all kind of interesting people. Yeah, I'm Buttman. I came here. I don't know if y'all have seen that guy before, but yeah, I'm out here helping all the flat booty bitches. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? I got some crunch, some squats for y'all. I got you. I'm gonna help out. What's up? It's crazy because I keep checking my phone because my wife's pregnant and we're expecting a baby like any minute, but I had to come here for this shit. That's where my priorities are. That's where I was like, look, the baby comes, I'll see him when we get to the hospital and shit. I got my whole life to get to know him, you know? It's only one weekend though that you can do Comic-Con. Calm down. I'm a stay-at-home dad too, yeah. Shit's good. Oh, it's good, whatever. You know, she's a cop too. Didn't see that one coming, did you? I could tell. I didn't see this shit coming 5 years ago either, you know? You know, here I was out there on the internet screaming, fuck the police, and then now I'm fucking the police. It's like, it's crazy. Where life can take you. And And we need, you know, and dealing, you know, living with a cop and shit like that, and looking at all you superheroes out here and shit like that. We need superheroes, like we do. We actually need, like the cops aren't doing it. They, you know, they're just not doing their job. We need real superheroes. I watch stories all the time, right? You know, I'm sitting at home with the baby all day. I watch the news. I saw a story. I can't even make this shit up. It said a Pennsylvania man broke into these people's home, robbed them while they were home sleeping, and woke the homeowner up by sucking his dick. Google it if you think I'm bullshit, okay? Woke him up by sucking his dick. This lady was laying right next to him in the bed. Fellas, can you imagine being in the bed with your lady sleeping good? Just sleep good. Oh, it's so good. And all of a sudden you just feel, you wake up and see all kind of beard and mustache looking at you. You be like, bitch, wake up and take some tips. I was blown away. Not the fact that this person broke into this people's home and woke them up by sucking their dick. That wasn't the crazy part to me. Like, the crazy part about the whole story of me was the fact that the story got out. Like, how does that happen? Like, you can't break into my house, rob me, and then suck my dick, and then that story gets in the hands of a reporter? No! I'm gonna kill you that night, right? And when they get there, I guarantee the part about you sucking my dick won't be in the story. I don't know how he got that pubic hair in his mouth. I don't know. I have no idea, officer. Crazy. You know, because I live in Surprise. I got white neighbors, y'all. I got white neighbors. And the last thing I can afford is to have somebody getting arrested in my front yard talking about, but I sucked his dick! I sucked it! I sucked it! I'm with my robe like, no he didn't! Shut up! Shut up! No he didn't! You don't get barbecue invites after your neighbors see that kind of shit pop up. You off the brats list right there. Like, it doesn't happen. And I got kids, and I worked with kids for 16 years, so I know one thing about kids, they're assholes. Assholes. And I can't afford to have my kid at school getting bullied and kids yelling, that's why your daddy sucked burglar dicks. My son crying, no, my daddy don't do that, the burglar sucked my daddy's dick. Can't have that. That can't be the story that's going on. It's crazy. I see some nice couples in here. Where the couples? Couples make some noise. You can't okay. Who say nerds don't get pussy? Go ahead, John. They done lied to us. Nah, it's crazy. Like I told you, I'm married. Like I had to get out that single life. Anybody in here married? Anybody married people? Yeah. You like to see people going through the same shit you doing, the same struggle and stuff. You're like, but I learned something. Like, I had to stop being single. I knew in my last relationship, I was like, this isn't gonna work. Like, these girls done got way too damn freaky for me. Am I the only one, fellas, that feel like this? Maybe I'm just old school, you know, because I am kind of old, but, you know, I like this. I'm kind of freaky, but I'm not, like, freaky. And I learned my level of freaky, right? Because I was hanging out with this girl, we was doing our own little Netflix and chill thing, right? Hanging out, she was giving me a massage. One of them good ones, fellas, when they trying to get on the team. You know, they using their elbows and shit. You know, getting in there using muscles, not just using the heel of their foot, right? The real massage. And I was like, oh, this is amazing. And I was like, oh. And when it was right at the peak of excellence, I was like, oh. She leaned down and whispered in my ear, she was like, can I lick your ass? Said it just like that. I was like, wait a minute, I know I didn't hear that. That's not what I heard. She wasn't that damn bold. Hold on, let me ask. I was like, wait, what'd you just say? She said, can I lick your ass? I said, I thought that's what you said. No! She was like, how come? I was like, because I'm not gonna like it. She's like, you just ain't had nobody do it right. I was like, Now see, that's why we can't go no further. Because you way too damn confident in your ass-eating skills. Like, where the hell do you get that kind of confidence from? You know how many assholes you gotta lick to get that kind of confidence? You don't just start off with the first one and be like, I'm a champ. Like, no. That's not how it works. I promise. And then you don't sell us like that, ladies, I promise. If you're out there selling a man on your ass-eating skills, stop. Stop. All right, start low. Start with like your macaroni and cheese, and then work your way there, right? You know, I was all offended and shit, you know, because I'm sitting there thinking like, why would she think I'm the kind of guy that would, you know, like this proposition? Like, what about me says that I wanted this, you know? It's not really sneaking when you do it. like when you bouncing and shit, it's not really sneaking. You might as well have strolled on in here. It's like, I'm gonna bounce. Nobody's gonna see this. Come on now. Back to my ass. Hey, no doubt, that's what I'm for, you know? But I was confused because I was like, fellas, you know, when you're gonna go hang out with a girl and stuff, she says, come over, you kind of have an idea what you want to do with her. Like, yeah, okay, we're gonna do this, I'm gonna hit it from the back, we're gonna be real freaky. You kind of have an idea. So I was sitting there thinking, like, was you thinking about eating my ass all day? Like, is this where your head was at? I told you I was coming straight from work. I work in construction. You know this. Like, you know this. So I'm sitting there, I'm all perturbed and shit, and start watching whatever the fuck we was watching. And I start thinking, I was like, you know what? Hypothetically saying, if I did want you to do this, like, what is the masculine way for you to eat my ass? Right? Because you still want to feel like a man when you get your ass ate, right? Fellas that like to get their ass ate, make some noise. Alien girl right there, I know that's your man, okay? Okay? It ain't this green stuff on your lips and shit. It ain't this green stuff, all right? That he could probably be talking about his old girl, but you victim because you with him now. You walking out, oh, she eat ass. That's her. But you still want to feel like a man, right? You know, so I was like, what are my options here? You know, am I supposed to just lay down on my stomach and then spread my cheeks? Look back at you when it's good, like, you know what, you wouldn't lie. This ain't that bad. You wouldn't lie. Shit, I should have trusted you. And then what's my other option? What's my last option? Let her lay me on my back and take my legs and chicken wing me. Hey, when they chicken wing you, they trying to emasculate you fellas, so don't let them do that, okay? They gonna start playing with your legs and shit. You gonna be on the bed. Oh, stop it, cut it out, girl. Cut it out. I promise, I feel like as a straight dude, like the second your kneecaps come eye level, you're supposed to put up a resistance, a fight, some form of struggle. Like, stop, bitch, what's wrong with you? Because I'm gonna tell you like this, okay? If you allow her to chicken wing you, she'll never respect you, fellas, okay? I don't care what you do, you can fight in 3 wars, get Purple Hearts in all of them, okay? Build 1,000 homes for the homeless from scratch with just a hammer and some nails. Okay? The second you break up with her and you around your friends, she's gonna be like, that's why I chicken winged you, bitch. Your boy's gonna be like, what'd she say? What happened? I don't know. I don't make chicken wings. I didn't like it though. I didn't like it. That's my time. You guys have been great. My name's Mike B. Dapper.
One more time for Mike B. Dapper, everybody. One more time. All right, guys, we're gonna keep this show going. Next to me, he comes to the stage. Very funny guy. Get up for Gavin Bloom, everybody. Gavin Bloom.
Thank you. Hey, Ben Lewis. You guys. These guys. You guys are great. Man, it's nice to be here. This is my first time doing the fan fusion, so thanks for taking a chance on me. A lot of people I find in today's society are complaining about everything. And you know how good somebody has it when the thing they're complaining about is really insignificant. Right? I guess, you know, first world problems come to mind. A friend of mine was telling me that his back hurts. He's complaining. Why? Too much sex. Like I'm supposed to feel bad for him. That's prison life. I'd say he needs to quit being a little bitch, you know? A little about me. I've made some mistakes in my life. I'm 38 years old. That comes with some experience. I was seeing a girl a little while. Seeing a girl. I knew a girl. Well, got back. We saw each other for a couple weeks. Decided to have sex without a condom. Correct. Who said that? All right. Yeah, but of all the stupid things I've ever done, that felt the best. A little about me, I was born in South Africa and I'm Jewish, and I don't say that to brag, because who would? I say that to break down the walls of stereotype, you guys, because not only was I born in Africa and I'm white, but I'm a Jew and broke. Yes, I moved to the United States in 1987. My parents were like, hey, Gavin, say goodbye to your family and your friends and your home and everything that you know. I was 6 years old. We're going to America. It's going to be great. And history does repeat itself because, like many African immigrants before me, I too was brought here against my will. But you know, I'm happy to say 30 years later, I stand before you a proud African American, so there's that, you guys. Yes. Hey, yeah. I heard there's some married couples in the audience. You guys were making some noise for being married. That's great. Now, you know, my parents are about to celebrate their 40th wedding anniversary. 40 years, right? It's pretty impressive, same person. I've learned a lot from my parents. The most valuable lesson is that marriage is a bad idea. All they do is pull me aside and talk shit about the other one. While the other one is still in the room. That's not happiness. That gives your kid a complex. That does. But you know what? Like, I get it though. My parents have taught me that marriage is a lot like, you know what? You guys have fucked that up. Listen, you spend 40 years getting up next to the same person every day. The first person you see in the morning, last person you see at night. They're gonna get on your nerves. You're gonna pick at them. You're gonna find things that are gonna just irritate you. But that's why my parents have taught me that marriage is a lot like suicide. Both bad choices. And it's not enough to talk about it. You gotta commit. Let it be known that you guys enjoyed my suicide and marriage jokes. My parents, they still worry about me. I'm almost 40. They still worry about everything. They're gonna find me lying face down in a ditch somewhere, which is ridiculous, because the police will. And then they'll tell my parents, I've got ID. That's how that works. Single folk? Fan fusion? Anybody? Be proud of it, you guys. It's okay. It's all right. I'm single. All right, single. It's okay. You know, because on the one hand, I'm free. I have my autonomy. Quiet. I have my autonomy. I can do whatever I want. I can go out. I can stay in. I can eat ice cream out of the carton in one sitting. It's great. But on the other hand, you know what I've been doing with my other hand? Proud of it? No. Ashamed? Yeah, a little bit. Because not since Hitler has one man been responsible for the death of so many unborn Jews. Moses said, "Let my people go." My parents love that joke because it's not about them. So. Yeah, being single, it's hard to meet women. For me, you know, in 2018, I learned that I still don't know how to talk to women, and 2019 has taught me I shouldn't. That's tough. I don't know what to say. You know, I'm doing like all the online dating apps and everything like that. You guys doing online dating? Who isn't anymore? Thank you. Thank you. Would you like to be my assistant? Because you really don't stop talking. Hey, prove me wrong, okay? But it's true, like, you get exactly what you sign up for online dating. Or if you go on Tinder, you get burned. You go on Bumble, right? You get stung. Oh yeah. You go on Grindr, you get fucked, but not the good kind of fuck, the kind where you need a restraining order. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Grindr, that's a site for gay men, right? Yeah. That explains a lot. Awkward. Okay, so maybe this has happened to you. A friend, a female friend of yours comes up to you and says, "Gavin," well, maybe that didn't happen to you. Your name. This happened to me. She comes up to me and she says, "Gavin, I had a dream about you last night and it was intensely sexual." How do you respond to that? Like, what do you say? Thank you? Is that what you say? Fuck that shit. Are you trying to tell me that the drought continues for real life Gavin who hasn't felt the touch of a woman in months? Meanwhile, dream Gavin's crushing it? And that's the worst part. I was getting laid in her dream. It wasn't even my dream. I'm not even getting laid in my dreams. Was I any good? You know what? I don't even care. I've been known to be jealous. I don't give a fuck. What else can I tell you guys? Maybe it's hard for me to find a girl I like because I know what I like. I have standards. Maybe they're too high. Like, I won't sleep with girls who drive BMWs. They won't let me. Say that again?
Well, you said they won't let me, and I said, drive or have sex.
All right. So, on that note, sir, because I can't follow that, I'm gonna end with the final joke. Let me ask an important question to you guys. What is it about the attractive female that awakens the dormant gene in the male DNA that results in the sending of dick pics? This is not a good idea. I don't think that there's a single guy in here that thinks that that is a good idea after hitting send. But we still do it though, right? Like, men still do it all the time. It happens all the time. Like, sir, would you agree it's a bad idea? Why do you do this? It's got to be done. That's right. Because maybe the whole fact is like, look guys, this is just what we have to work with. And, you know, boys and their toys. Just want to share it with you. Or, you know, we tried everything else and this is what it's come down to and we're fresh out of ideas. Maybe that's what it is, you know? It's tough to talk to people like at a grocery store. And it's like, hey, you're really cute. Do you want to look at this? Would you like to touch it? Or yes or no? Do you like this? Yeah, just the tip? No? It's awkward. So of course it's going to be on the phone. Like, my question is, ladies, why are you surprised? You know, we know not what we do. We're just big dumb animals, aren't we? But I argue that this has been happening since the dawn of man. Forever. Not just when cell phones came about. It was at the dawn of time. In a secret man meeting in their secret man cave, it was decided. All right, you guys, women, I want them. Don't know how to get them. What you got? Well, how about we be honest with them? Well, how about you get the fuck out of here? What else? Maybe, you know, we just give them love and affection. Love and affection. You know what? Gay hasn't been invented yet, but when it is, you can go to that meeting and you take this guy with you. Come on, guys. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll just, you know, send them pictures of our dick. Say that again? You know, like, without warning. Just, send them pictures of our penis. Brilliant! And then it was, right? Somebody hand me a cell phone. Cell phones haven't been invented yet. Hand me a trench coat. And from then it was just generations of bad fatherly advice. Hey Dad, I really like this girl, but I don't know how to tell her how I feel. Show her your dick, son. Have a Coke. I even argue that it was a time when we were a little bit more civilized. We would write love letters by candlelight and quill pen. My dearest Lorna, it has been but a fortnight since I last gazed upon your robust visage. I must profess that it is on cold and lonely nights such as this that it is the thought of your smile that warms the cockles of my heart. Cockles. It is your intoxicating fragrance that wafts over my soul, and your lips, the taste of candied cherries that leave me burning with a desire hotter than the fires of Hades. I would fuck me so hard. Yes, Lorna, we are on the battlefield as we fight for the colored fellows to be free and equal. Yes, we fight beside them, we dine with them, we bathe with them, and let me tell you, we are far from equal. About 2 inches. Good thing they'll never be president. Ha, ha. Oh, Lorna. Bona. Fee, fi, fauna. That song's going to be so funny when it comes out, yes. I love you forever and always. Kisses, Rasputin. P.S. Enclosed is a hand-rendered drawing of my penis for you to enjoy. Check yes or no if you like what you see. And before you pass too harsh a judgment, my love, I must remind you that it is cold here. Thank you guys so much. My name's Gavin Bloom. Thank you.
One more time for Gavin Bloom, everybody. One more time. All right, guys, we have 2 more comedians left, and that's it. The next person comes to stage, very funny person. She came for the first time last year, and she's back. Get up for Courtney Wallstrom, everybody. Courtney Wallstrom.
Oh shoot, what up? Don't leave. That hurts my feelings. Hello, how are you? Fuck yeah, my name is Courtney Wallstrom. Very, very excited to be here. I was here last year. I've been doing everything that I can to establish myself as a comic out here in Phoenix. Like the first thing I did when I started stand-up comedy was get out of a 4-year-long relationship. And then not too long after that, I lost my job. So now all I need is a DUI. And that's how I know I will have made it in Phoenix comedy. No one up here drove here. That's how that worked. I did get out of a long-term relationship, and my ex-boyfriend was a lot older than I was. I kind of realized that dating older men is like having a father figure that you get to fuck. Like, he'd always get super pissed at me anytime I'd hang out with my friends past 10 p.m. However, the only thing I needed to get whatever I wanted was go, "Daddy, please." Hashtag daddy issues. I'm in a fucking hentai hat and leggings. What did you expect? But obviously, daddy issues are a thing. My dad was not that involved with me growing up. I did recently find him, and turns out he works for Border Patrol. As if tearing apart one family wasn't enough. I can't really talk that much shit about my ex being super old because I'm starting to feel the effects of aging. Like, I'm definitely going through a midlife crisis. I'm 23, but like, I eat Taco Bell 4 days out of the week, and I have not been to the gym since 6th grade, so like, there's no way I'm seeing 45. That's how that goes. The only thing that I have to do if I want someone to be legitimately concerned for my well-being is not wear makeup. We just had our annual reviews at my job, and I didn't get a raise this year because I look tired, and that doesn't contribute to a positive team morale. Have you ever had somebody look you in the face and tell you that you are too ugly to deserve money? Because that is what happened to me. If you're hiring, please talk to me after the show. But I wanted to even out my exhaustion, so I started doing a shit ton of cocaine. And for the first time the other night, that thing happened where I blew my nose and just clots of blood were coming out. Super gross. I folded the tissue and then I pulled it apart. I needed to take a look at it, and it looked like one of those paintings you see at the therapist office. What are those called? Rorschach? Excuse me, ma'am. What is it that you see here? A cry for help. What I see pictured here. If you have cocaine, talk to me after the show. I'm surprised security didn't find the leftover cocaine straw I had in my bag on the way here. It was great. I was looking for, I was looking for like Excedrin, because of course I was. And I I found a fucking, like, straw. It's fine, I'm okay. If you're wondering, you weren't. It's cool. I just need to say it out loud. I'm doing all right. However, despite my heavy cocaine use, Taco Bell has taken over. I have been gaining a lot of weight lately. Like, it's getting to the point where if I want to post a naked picture on the internet, it's no longer going to be slutty. It's just going to be brave. I promise you, I'm not brave, I'm just a hoe. That's all there is to it. I did, despite being chonky, after my ex and I broke up, I went on a dick rampage. It was just dick, 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 vagina, dick, dick, dick. And that had to come to an end. I realized my standards were too low. I'd be hanging out with the dude, we'd get a couple drinks, go home together, and then I did the math. 3 rum and cokes is $12. The price tag on this pussy was $12. Or like a beef and cheese burrito. And, those are $3.95. Just know, if you catch me at a Julio Bertos, I'm getting fucked. That's what's happening. I don't know, man. After that fun experience, I created a list of things that will stop me from sleeping with somebody. And since I've created this list, I have not had chlamydia, so give it up for me. Thank you. I also haven't been tested, but like... I'm a vet tech during the day, and I have very easy access to doxycycline. If you don't know what that is, I'm sorry your life has been, like, good. Rule number 1. I stop fucking dudes that are super into lizards. I stop fucking dudes that drink LaCroix. I stop fucking dudes that have a bead door. Or like a plastic dresser. And that one's just mainly because I have a plastic dresser and it's important to fuck up. I stop fucking dudes that have the same name you would name a dog. Stop fucking dudes named Scooter. Or like Rocky. And that was mainly because the men I were dating reminded me of my rescue dogs. Of course I have rescue dogs, I'm a white woman, but like, the men I were dating reminded me of my rescue dogs because they were emotionally unavailable, and then when they bit me, I tried to tell everybody they didn't actually mean it. That's DV joke number 1 of the night. You guys ready to roll straight into the second one? Yeah, my ex-boyfriend used to hit me in the face sometimes, but he never beat me at Pokemon, so like, who won? I'm doing all right. Once again, if you were wondering, you weren't, but I'm gonna keep saying it out loud. I don't know, I'm a big ass bitch. And I started dating someone new recently he's wonderful, I love him to death. But he's about like 5'5" and 120 pounds. Like, I honestly just need a dude I could take in a fight. I just need a man that I can pick up and carry into battle. It's okay. He's wonderful. For the first time in my entire life, I am dating somebody that's the same age as I am. Like, I have not dated a 22-year-old since I was 14. Oh my God. I just get super confused anytime we're 6 minutes into sex and he doesn't have to stop to go turn on the ceiling fan. Like, I no longer have to purchase vitamins. It's cool, he's wonderful. How am I doing? 1 minute? Fuck yes, this has been fun. You guys are so good all the time. I love this. I'm a big old fucking nerd. Do you guys like my hentai hat? It was $30, that's dumb! And I still fucking bought it. A few things. My name is Courtney Wallstrom. I produce The Bro Show with my best friend Dana Wisson. And then Okay, first of all, I'm glad that there's so many Daenerys here because, like, you all obviously made that costume before you watched the last fucking episode. Jesus Christ! Jesus fucking Christ. I have never, not once, never had dick that good. There is no dick in the world that will justify genocide. Fuck you. I'm so mad about that. Jon Snow is 5'8". His dick mathematically cannot be that good. I'm upset. But, and then this is something I recently started talking about on stage. It comes from a place of pain, and I feel like we've connected. I love nerds, I'm a fucking nerd, and so, fuck it. So, like, my mom died when I was 16 years old, and one of the things that she had told me was that she had made a promise with God, and that she wasn't allowed to die before she got to meet any of her grandchildren. So now I just have abortions out of obligation. Follow me on Instagram at Bone Crusher Queen. Thanks!
One more time for Courtney Wolf, everybody. One more time. You guys ready for your last comedian? Oh yeah! This guy's very funny guy. Guys, give it up for Alex Harris, everybody. Alex Harris.
They're not gonna hear any of this goddamn funny. Fucking Spider-Man suit. Anyway, firstly, I wanted to help you get some game real quick. He's gonna do that. Hey. That one's free. How you guys doing? Love fucking Comic-Con. Yes! So glad that we're mainstream now. A little bit. I'm just happy that now, like, there's actually black superheroes so I can dress like some. That's real good. That's nice. And then I get to talk to other black people like Dapper. I don't think he's ever said hello to me ever until Black Panther came out.
Me neither.
Wait, what's up, Dapper? I don't know you, nigga. Babysat your kids, bro. You know me? I'm Spidey. I do like it. It's pretty cool. Let's see. I don't like that everyone wants like superheroes and comic books and things to be real. I hate people that like that because they don't really think all the way through. They always think they're going to be Goku or they're going to be fucking Natsu. No, bitch, you can be just as regular. You will not be Superman because you wish it to be real. Your ass just have Superman fly through your house and you're gonna fucking pay for that repair and you still got your mortgage on top of it, now your baby's crying, and now you got other missions because your ass wanted super people to be real. But it's not what I'm about. No, I just want anime to be real. Not whole anime voices to be real. Because if anybody watches anime, well, does anybody watch anime? Yeah. I should have probably asked that before I started, but I got on a roll. I was like, fuck it. So, anime voices are amazing because they tell you exactly the character you're gonna deal with. Every time. If somebody walks up to you and is like, you should know what showed up, you'll be like, that guy's gonna kill me probably. Some girl's like, Mommy! You'd be like, oh, I can fuck her anytime. Anytime I want. It's great, and she's gonna look young forever. It's gonna be good. Name one old anime girl. No, exactly. Oh, somebody say somebody?
Recovery girl.
Oh, shit! Damn. Alright. black nerd for all of my life. I, like Gavin, thought I was a disgrace to my community, or my race. Remember? Broke Jew. Let's call back on this joke. Because I measured my dick and it was only 5.5 inches. Now, that was the one thing I thought we had going for us. And I came up short. Not happy about that at all. I was about 14, 15, so just decided, I was like, you know what, maybe I'll go the school route. Bill Gates eventually got pussy, so it'll work out for me. And then, in AP Bio, I learned that the average male penis is 6 inches erect. Erect, Gavin. I measured my dick when it was soft. I got an extra dick up here. I was like, fuck school, I'm doing porn. Turns out, can't do porn. You like stamina in porn. You can't just compile a bunch of 2-minute clips. It's not how they do it. Let's see. My dad wasn't a big fan of me being a nerd. He always wanted, a thug. He wanted someone hard. So, to rebel while all my friends were like, we're gonna go smoke weed. I was like, well, I've got a test tomorrow, so I'm gonna go home and study to piss my dad off. It's really backfired, because then I go and visit my cousins in Chicago, and they're real black. Like, they got a utility belt of Newports. Like, they're stereotypical down to the letter. And so they all bum rushed the car because they hadn't seen me in about 10, 11 years. Like, oh my God, Alex, how you doing? I was like, oh, not today, Negroes. No. Locked those doors, laid back the seat, turned into the girl from Forrest Gump. I was like, dear God, make me a bird so I can fly far, far away from you. But I have always had a smart mouth, which has got me in trouble a lot. Very often. I remember one time I actually got detention for getting my own ass whooped. 2 kids were just wailing on me, just fucking me up. The teacher runs over, is like, oh my God, what happened? The fat kid's like, he called me fat. And the stupid kid's like, well, he called me stupid. I had to reiterate them because I fucking hate him. Now, and the teacher was like, you know what, Alex? It's not nice to call people names. And I was like, first off, bitch. I didn't call anybody a name, I called them both adjectives. Detention well spent. It's a good time. Let's see. Yeah, like I said, my dad didn't really like me being a nerd, so he was pretty much a dick to me for a while. He was, I think, trying to convince me that I was gay by doing really mean things to me and making me feel like I was gay. That sounds weird. He would just mostly go into my saved data on video games and then change any person I've created or any game car I've created or anything, and just put faggot on it. That was basically it. Constantly. He's a very bad person. He's not a good guy. You know what? I'd rather I match the stereotype and not know his blackness. But I do. He was somewhat of a Rolling Stone. That made my life a little bit more difficult. Because he married a lot of goddamn women. Mother's Day is real hard for me now. So you're the best one so far? Like, we don't have that much. I can't get that at the store. The card's too specific. Damn it, Dad. Terrible. But he did teach me how to win an argument by expressing how lazy I am, which is pretty cool. Him and my second stepmom were arguing, and she was like, you know what, Walter? You're too lazy. From now on, if you don't cook, we don't eat. My dad looked her right in the face and was like, we gonna be some starving motherfuckers then. Yeah, he was right. About 2 years ago. About 110 pounds, soaking wet. Then I met this nice Italian woman, and she fed me all the food. And I say Italian because it sounds better than white. Sounds fancy. Brioche bread. It's just white bread. Just white bread. She did teach me a lot of stuff, like what a mortgage was, which is real weird. Rent for shit you own? Nigga, please. Didn't make any sense to me. And then she surprised the fuck out of me because she got this piece of mail and it was about her 401k. And I was like, what's this? And she was like, oh, I have a 401k. And I was like, God damn, baby. It's a fuck ton of K's. I've only heard of a 3 or a 5 or a 7K, and I haven't seen you run shit. 401 seems like a lot. Yeah. Oh, well, she gave me into a bunch of white people shit now, so. Well, when I broke up with her, I got into a bunch of white people shit. Like, I go hiking, which is cool. I've gone camping, which is also kind of cool. I shot guns for the first time. That was dope as fuck. But then, some white person wanted to wake me up at 5 in the morning and go hike. At 5 in the morning? No. No. He wanted to drive out to Canyon X. Has anyone ever been to Canyon X? Heard of it? No. It's fucking 6 hours away and you're still in fucking Arizona. That's why you haven't heard of it. Ridiculous. You don't drive anywhere in Arizona. Nah, that's why every target's like 3 miles away from one another. No, it's too fucking hot for that shit. He's from New Jersey. It's all right. It's another white person. Anyway, I got to shoot guns and that was really dope. That was really cool. And the greatest thing that I got to do was go on a cruise. And that was a fucking blast. It was a good time, because it was the first time that in my generation, of my whole family that I've gotten on a boat willingly. It was a really good time. I was like, this is for you? Good stuff. Let's see, what else can I talk about? How much time do I got left? Don't know what that means. I'm gonna go forever. Let's see, what do I got to end with? Not a damn thing. Anyway, my name's Alex Harris. You guys have a great night.
One more time for Alex Harris, everybody, one more time. And you guys have been an amazing audience. Remember, and follow us if you like this. You want to come talk to the comedians, you can. Other than that, have a great night. See you next year.